The party
Guy
was lame to me.
Fieri.
Fieri.
This is the fun.
Yeah.
So they're trying to track him down. Mora's at the party.
I just want to say, you are never allowed to pick the freaking theme for anything again. Okay. Albuquerque, fire truck. We're just yelling out words now? What's going on here? Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of BS Drunk Movie Reviews. This is a weekly podcast, and we do upload the video version of this to our YouTube channel, so be sure to check us out there. As always, my name is Matt, and I am always joined by my sister and co-host, Vetta.
Hi.
Hey, you. How you doing?
Good.
Good. And on this episode, we have a special guest, the Fat Mantis. Mantis, how you doing, buddy?
Wah, 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 wah. Yo, guys, thank you for having me. I love it here. You guys are amazing.
Yeah, no, you're amazing. And on this episode, you guys, we are going to be reviewing the movie Five Nights at Freddy's, which will be a good time and everything. But before we get started, we are going to ask the most important question of the night, and that is, what are you drinking? And Mantis, since you're our guest, we'll start with you. What are you drinking tonight?
So as usual, I'm a cheap date and I'm a predictable date. I'm a white wine bitch. I'm drinking Chardonnay.
Love it. I love it.
With ice in it. For those who are listening rather than
you didn't. Okay. All right. Well, I'll let you have it this time since you're the guest. I'll let you have the pass. Vetta, what are you drinking?
So I am drinking the purple guy, which is also known as the Bonnie.
Nice.
It is, it looks black, not purple, but it's
I saw purple. It was fine.
Did you? Good. Okay. It's ube syrup, vanilla, vodka, and a splash of cream soda.
Mm-hmm.
Not grape soda?
Not grape soda, cream soda. I thought the same thing too. But it's the syrup, the ube syrup that makes it purple. And then as my backup, because it tastes pretty good, I have a good old rum and cherry Coke for a backup.
Nice. All right. So I am since what's his face in this movie? Since he's tired and he works nights, I am having a coffee, but I put some rum chata in it. So
nice.
I love it.
Yes. And then I have for a backup, I have a White Claw.
I was going to make a shot for each one of the animatronics, but I ran out of time and I was already running late, so I didn't get to it.
It happens. Next time. Well, we've already decided, Mantis, that we are going to review Five Nights at Freddy's 2 at some point in time, and you're coming back.
Absolutely. I'm definitely going to be there. But honestly, you should have just done a shot for every one of the complicated sibling storylines this character has.
We're going to get into that. I have thoughts. Okay,
so before we get started talking about it and you read the synopsis, were you guys ever into the video game Five Nights at Freddy's?
I was just about to ask you that. No, I don't play video games, so no.
So here's the thing. I am very much into horror games. However, it's a children's horror. So I certainly have never played it. I've certainly seen, I've seen TikToks on it. I've seen screenshots. And I think that one of the things that drawed me, I was like, we got to watch this movie, is that it's a pop culture phenomenon, this game. Yeah. Yet I don't know anything about it. So I was like, maybe the movie can explain it.
I have never played the game, but I've watched hours of Mark Plyer play the game. If you don't know who he is, he plays video games and he is super dramatic in his reactions.
I know the dude. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's way over the top, but it's hysterical. And that is the only introduction that I had. So when this movie came out, I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to be so good because I've watched hours of Mark play that game. It's going to be great. And so I was excited for this. So yeah, but I've never played the game either. It's not in my realm of game types. So
another thing that is interesting is that as superhero movies wane, supposedly video games are the new frontier. But the problem is that with a video game, you're the character. And you can't do that with a movie, right? You have to watch someone else be the character. And so I was interested to see how the translation would work out.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, however they did it, I thought they did a good job with this one. So why don't we just jump into it? So Five Nights at Freddy's. Mike Schmidt, a troubled security guard, taking a night job at an abandoned Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria to keep custody of his sister, Abby. All right. So let me pull this movie up real quick.
Which I have a question for both of you. If your parents died, and technically it was only his mother that died because his dad just split and vamoosed, would you take custody of your siblings? Because he looks like he's maybe, 18, 19, and she's like, 9? 10?
So this is a common trope in like not just horror but like anything. They always do that together. It's almost like wasn't that also a trope in with the Alien, Lilo and Stitch, right?
Yes.
This idea where it's like a really young person, they're like, I don't want our family to be separated. Yo, the way I was when I was 18, I would have been like, I'll see you at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, well, his mom left custody of the daughter because the aunt's fighting him for it. And I'm just kind of like, I mean, I think I could have taken custody of my little brothers when I was 18, but I also wasn't a typical 18-year-old. So
I think honestly it's unrealistic for the typical 18-year-old.
Right. And I also go, aren't most parents more responsible and they already have a game plan for if something happens? Or am I just a weirdo and had that game plan from day one of my child's life?
I mean, no, I think I don't have a game plan, but it's just because me and my wife keep fighting about who's going to take our kids.
He just admitted that on air.
Yeah.
No, I get it. That is
funny. Well, I know what it is. He wants his twin to take them.
Yeah,
and
that's
his
exactly
wife wants her older sister to take them.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
So your problem is you have too many eligible candidates.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Right? Vetta, you have a plan?
Well, my children are all adults now. So we had a plan the minute while we were still pregnant with our oldest, we had a plan and put it in writing, but we did change it over the years. Like,
because that friends started to suck.
Well, no, it was always family members, but it was more of family members had more kids or they had more on their plate. Where other family members matured and got married, so they seemed like a more viable option. No offense, Matt, it was never you. You were always too young. And then by the time we contemplated you and Trish, you guys had small children, and I went, they don't need to go from a family of 1 to a family of 6, you know?
Right.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I promise I'm not offended.
Honestly, okay, well, I just think that this movie has a lot of, I think, personally, I just think in the script, it has a lot of chinks in its armor. And that's just one of them. So we're going to get into
a lot of chinks. What? Sorry.
The convoluted backstory of this dude and his family and all the tragedies they have is just over the top. And
that's pretty crazy.
He's an 18-year-old watching a 12-year-old.
Yeah, I feel bad for Peter Malark. Okay, so let's start this movie. So this movie starts off. Now, I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard this is not the first time I seen this movie, but when I watched it, I was like, and it's this guy taking out the screw from the wall panel thing. I thought it was people fucking, and I was like, I don't remember this part. And then it would show him, and I was like, oh, never mind, I remember now. Okay, we got this. So he's barricaded the door in this little security office. There's the security cameras, and he has barricaded himself. And I love, my favorite part is when every time that the door would slam, he'd go, huh! I was like, oh, what a fucking pussy. I was like, he's just
especially when you look back, he had a sea of furniture on that door.
Yeah, he said
that was a very secure door.
Yeah. So
I want to know what he did to piss off the animatronics, because it seems like you really have to do something.
I don't think you have to. You just have to be there for a couple of nights. I think that's just what it is. These little kids are fucking crazy.
So here's what it is. In my understanding of the video game, it's that they like to toy with you. And so when you become a new security guard, like at first they're just kind of creepy and they get more creepy and then they're moving and then they're scaring you and then they kill you. Right?
Gotcha. So, see, I don't know, man. Like when we get to it, I'll tell you what I would have done if I was a security guard, because I would have had a fun time in this place. I'd have just been like, yeah. Anyway, so he crawls through the vents, right? And he makes it out on the other side, and he's in this little storage room, right? And he drops his flashlight, which I was like, that was a no-go, my dude.
But that's to the video game, because in the video game, if you shined the light, they would that's how they jump scared you, kind of, is when your light moved.
Gotcha.
So,
gotcha. Well, I didn't play the video game. I just watched the movie. So fuck that video game. So he goes through. He's out in the hallway, right? And he hears, the guy singing. He's like, "I'm coming for you" and everything. I don't remember what he was singing and everything. He's just humming away and everything, and he's all creeped out and everything. And he turns around and he gets kidnapped and everything. The next thing we know, he's in this chair, right? And there's this little drill thing. Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up and everything. And so it's this mask, right? But it's got all these little saws on it, right? And it's gonna hack up his face. And I was all like, well, that's fun and everything. It's a little Saw movie wrapped up into, this ain't your dad's Chuck E. Cheese, I'll tell you that. So then he then goes, hold on, let me pull this. Let me get back up. Oh crap, I messed up. And he gets his face sawed off, and you see all these you see this picture right here, and this picture plays a part later on in the movie and everything. This whole wall does and everything. So then we get into the credits. Now the credits kind of tell their own story and everything. These opening credits, they just talk about how like the place is really nice and everything, and then you get this
I
Bad
really
Bunny.
Cute. I thought it was really cute.
Yeah.
Actually.
I also thought it was very 90s. Like I was like, oh, this is very like, 90s, like Microsoft Paint, how you used to make those kind of pictures on there and everything. Like you color each and every little square or whatnot. That was always fun. Anyways, so then we get to meet Mike and everything. And he's sleeping, but he can't sleep and everything because he's, got Nebraska above his bed and everything, which I'm not going to lie. I was all like, why Nebraska? But then we find out later. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank as to why Nebraska, but I guess you'll explain it to me.
We'll get you there.
Yeah, we'll get there. So he goes into his sister's room, Abby. She's not in the bed. She has makeshifted her own little tent in the corner, which I'm not going to lie. I thought it was super fun. I was like, look at that. Look at you, kid.
Yeah, totally.
Like,
cool.
look at her.
Yeah, look at
And
it.
at this point in the movie, we think it's the daughter. I think we all assumed it was the daughter, right? And
when I first watched it, yeah. I also just want to say, I love how when he comes in, she pretends to be asleep. And I'm like, bitch, he cannot see you right now. You're in a fucking tent in your room. He cannot see you. So why are you pretending you're asleep? You don't
and let's be honest, kids suck at pretending to be asleep.
Yeah, they do.
Absolutely.
And so he's all like, So he's all like, hey, get up, or whatever. Time for school and get dressed and everything. So then his coworker. So what we're seeing right now is a memory, a flashback. There we go, Matthew. And this guy's reading his dream theory book, and we'll find out why he's reading this dream theory thing. And this is his coworker, and he's all like, I don't remember what he says here, but it doesn't even matter. All I have to say is,
mall security guards.
Yeah, they're mall security guards. I love the food. I love the mall. I love the food court. We've lost the mall and everything.
Let's go to the mall.
Nothing like a 90s food court and a 90s mall. I mean, come on. They shot music videos.
Yeah, they did.
Right.
Yeah, they did. It was so great. So he's talking to him, and he's like, you really believe in this dream theory? He's like, yeah, it's like the you want to get into the dream so you can every memory you have is just locked away, and you want to be able to bring them all out and everything. And he's like, that's nice. So then we move over to him at the ice cream place, and he's trying to get his his regular thing, and he sees this boy, which I cannot get a picture of. Hold on, we'll get him in just a second. And this chick who's trying to flirt with him, but I was just all like, she looks like a boy herself. I don't think she's that cute and everything, but what are you gonna do? I was all like, this is a good time for product placement in this movie, and nobody product placed. I was like, interesting.
Right, everything's
like,
fictional. Everything's a fictional brand around there. But
so,
that was a good call. Good on.
Yeah. So then we see this kid, and he's just standing there, right? And the whole time you're just all like, he's very focused on this kid. And this guy comes up and he just grabs the kid very aggressively, I just want to say right now. And we find out that this is his dad, the kid's dad. But I was like, yo, dad, first off, you're looking very suspicious right now and very abusive right now.
And what is this kid staring at so
That's
intensely?
a great point.
Because all I see is a garbage can in front of him. And I'm like, and I just assume the kid has wandered off and the dad's been looking for him, and the dad is pissed. They're late now.
All I can see
as a writing snob,
what'd you say?
I was saying, as a writing snob, I actually don't like this as an opener. Like, I think they could have skipped over this, and later on, he has to explain himself for the things he does in the scene, and I think they should have started there. Because I agree with you. There's it raises all these questions. You're like, why is this kid looking like he's a weirdo?
And I'm sorry.
Why does this guy who looks like an abuser grab the kid?
Right. And an intro that's so vague, like this, it brings up more questions, and you spend way too much brain power thinking about all the things rather than enjoying the movie. Like, it should have just gone from, in my opinion, it should have just gone from him getting the little girl off to school straight into Steve, the career counselor's
Right.
office.
Yeah, I think that's where it should
Right.
started.
I mean, we could have skipped over the
His
whole
name is
mall scene.
Stu, by the way.
I know.
Oh,
Do you-
Stu.
what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Stu.
don't worry.
You
And
should
in
have
number
realized
two,
what was up because
Billy
you can
Lomas
never trust
shows
the
up.
Stu in a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in Freddy 2, Billy Lomas is there.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll talk about 2 when we get there. Okay, so he runs through the mall and he tackles this motherfucker in the fountain and then punches the shit out of him, which I'm all like,
Kicks his
again,
ass. Just.
And
yeah, very aggressive. You know, you
And
could
it's
be,
so funny. You could have at least ran up and said, "Hey, kid, is this your dad? Do you know
yeah,
this person?"
yeah. I was like,
Right.
you were
He goes-
being, yeah, you're
He
just
goes
jumping
straight to a
conclusions.
tackle and a beating.
You're jumping straight to a lawsuit, my dude. Like, you need to calm the fuck down. Like, really, I understand you've got trauma, but you don't need to put trauma on somebody else, you know? And you know how they always say hurt people hurt other people? And I'm all like, yeah, but you weren't hurt physically. You were beating
Right.
the shit out of that guy.
Yeah.
So he's sitting in this this office or this little waiting room because he needs a job. So here's Stu. And he's all like, you were a mall security guard and you got fired because you beat the
And he
shit out
goes
of
through
it.
like his last 3 jobs and he can't keep a job more than 2 weeks.
Yeah, those people, I just go, why? What's wrong with you? That's so crazy. What, you don't want a boss? Nobody wants a boss. Get out of here.
No, but his problem is he's so focused on this dream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm sorry to keep focusing on this on the last scene, but here's the problem. When they introduce our hero, and he's like beating dads in a mall, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we hear like he's unemployable. I'm like, this is the guy we're following.
Right.
I was going,
main character.
And I go, this is a questionable father figure. Like, he's unemployable, but he has custody of his sister. What is happening right now?
Right. The court would quickly jump on the fact that he's violent.
That's true. He is good looking, but we have to be honest, he is a Hunger Games victor. So I say that gives him a pass.
Right.
So, yeah.
So the victor goes to the spoils.
Yes, exactly. That's our next series.
If you haven't seen the movie, sorry guys.
Yeah. So then he's all like, my favorite is when Stu gets the look, right? He's like, oh, I got a job for you. And he's like, I don't do night shifts. He's like, all right, this is the job though. It's a night shift at a place and everything, and it's you just got to watch the place, and it's
you just got to keep
money.
People out.
And he's like, I said I don't work night shifts. And he's like, all right, well, here's my phone number. Call me when you're ready to work this job that you could die at. And because we need a fresh victim. So he's got this eviction notice or whatnot on his door. He's going. We meet this woman.
It was a delinquent notice. I have rented a few places. I was never late on my rent, but I didn't think they put big giant red letters that said delinquent notice.
Right.
Oh, they'll put anything
because I definitely haven't seen one before on someone's door. But I mean, I don't know. This could be the White Hood.
I mean, it might. I wouldn't be surprised if they put like, "Hey, fucker, you owe me money" on the door. People these days, they just get
bitch
crazy.
better have my money.
Exactly. So he walks in and we meet Max, and she is a neighbor or what. I don't exactly know how they know each other, but he knows Max, and Max is babysitting Abby while he's out and about, and she's doing it for free. And everything. I did like how he came in. And
he
she's
does
like,
promise to pay her eventually. Someday.
Yeah. I mean, he could at least pay. She should be like, you better pay me in that dick or something. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of thought that's where that was headed because you're right. You were about to mention where she says, "I wish that someone would give me a ring."
Yeah, so because she's watching QVC and everything,
and she definitely gives him like a look.
She gives him the "come fuck me" eyes, like right now, and everything.
And ultimately, since he's so penniless and destitute, I would have just put out. I would have been like, "It's free babysitting. I gotta put out."
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I just want to note real quick, that tape deck on top of the TV, totally had one of those. They're awesome. Okay, I miss the 90s. All right, so
the bunny ears, the rabbit ears on
so
it
good,
too.
so
like,
good.
All of it. They say it's done really well. Like, look, the stack of VHSs that aren't exactly on top of each other. They're like falling over.
Would just like to note that Mantis and I are both wearing the same 90s headphones and everything.
Right.
So
Nice.
they're on eBay. I'll leave the link in the description down below. Anyways. Okay, so and on Amazon, I'll leave that too. Okay, so anyway, so he goes to visit Abby. He's like, "Hey, Abby." He's like, "What's happening? Oh, you got your drawings. Super fun." I loved how Max was like, "There's Stofers. It's still warm if you want some." I was like, "Ooh, Stofers. Who doesn't love that shit?"
Stove is stovetop.
Yeah, so good.
I think it would have been better because of the time frame if she would have said hamburger helper.
Yeah. I would have
eat it all.
I would have done anything
right?
if she said, "How do you feed a hungry man?" There's one on the stove for you.
But I know we're getting totally sidetracked so much already, and we're not even 20 minutes into this movie yet. But man, it's such a nostalgic movie that I'm like, anything
So
about
good.
it. Like it brings up things. I'm like, a nice hungry man would have been great, or or a TV tray in front of her, and she was eating one, waiting.
So I have a general question about young people.
Yeah.
So okay, so whenever they do movies that are like retro and they're using cassette tapes and they're using VHS and they use payphones, do young people know what all that stuff is?
I think
it depends on if they have good parents or not.
Okay.
I don't think they know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they know.
I think well, it's like, when you see those kids that on TikTok that ask the stupid questions like, why do parents always say they used to drink out of hoses? You couldn't just walk to the kitchen? And I'm like, bitch, no, because our parents kicked us out of the house and you weren't allowed back in till dinner.
Right.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. You were outside for the day, which was the best. Okay. So then he's in bed and he's staring at Nebraska because then we get the memory. Okay. And it took place in Nebraska. Okay.
Yeah, we're on a family camping trip.
He's trying to trigger the dream. Okay, now it's all coming back to me.
Yeah, so then it's all coming back. Okay, anyway, so he sees his little brother. Okay, and so here we get his little brother and his family and everything, and they're having a good time. What was his little brother's name? Andy?
Gary.
Yeah,
Garrett.
That's what I said. I just said it in French. Gary. Anyways. So they're having burgers and everything, and she's all like, "Hey, go watch your brother." And he gets a tiny bit sidetracked by this frisbee and everything, but then he goes to get his little brother and whatnot. And his brother gets put into the back of a car, and it just drives away. I did like how he blacked out his license plate, and I did like how he didn't call for his parents. He just started running after him. He's like, "Gary," and everything.
Right. So real quick, before we get into the real world, question for you guys. When you watched it, did you immediately say, "Where's the sister"?
Yes, I was.
That was my first thought. I thought that was weird.
But then my brain quickly went, wait, he's only 12, and the little brother's like, what, 4 or 5? And if she's 11 now, I mean, I don't think she was, or she's not even 11. What is she, like 8 or 9?
So wait, if he's 12 in the flashback, 6 years later will make him now.
Yeah.
So she should have been a lot.
And we're assuming he's 18. Maybe he's 20. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe
but if
he's
she's
30.
I think the parents got pregnant with her after the disappearance.
On that.
Maybe they tried to replace their child.
Right.
Maybe they were, or maybe they were just
baby.
Maybe they downed a clown the night before,
or maybe the mom was pregnant at the time that he went missing.
Maybe
right,
it's all up in the air. But you know what? This isn't the Maury show, so let's continue with the movie.
I just think it should have been clearer.
Yeah, it should have. Yeah, right on. So he wakes up and he's all like, shit, and everything. So then we get this scene where here we get the aunt, and which is played by
at the school.
Yeah, Mary Stuart Masterson, which I love her. She's great.
She's old school. She's so old school.
Yeah, she's old school. Yeah, for sure. And she's old. So, but let me just tell you right now.
Good for being old.
She looks good.
She looks all right. She's okay. Yeah, so
I love her lawyer.
I was just going to say, I love the lawyer because what's he smoking at this point in time? Because he must have took a gummy or two before he came in for this meeting and the one later. But like, he's just all like, okay, what's happening?
He's all the time just zoned out and staring off.
He is hysterical. There's something wrong with him, which is never explained.
Right.
So she basically is trying to convince them to let her have custody of him because he's an unfit guardian. And so she's like, and so he talks
like,
to
"Don't
this
make
principal
me
lady.
get the courts involved."
Yeah. So then he's talking to this woman, and she's all like, listen, she's like, if you want to keep your sister with you, the first thing you should do is get a job. That would look good on the paperwork and everything. So he's like,
what's hysterical is someone had to explain that to him.
Yeah, that is funny. That is funny. And so so he's like, crap, I gotta call Stu and take the job. And he's like, great.
And Stu is ecstatic about this.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, because they love victims. So he's like, it's super simple. You go in, you unlock, you lock you go in, you unlock the place. You just got to keep everybody out. The lights are the electricity is a little wonky, but if anything happens, just flip the switch or whatever. Yeah. And all you got to do is just watch the screens all night. And so he does. So he watches the screens and everything. But while he's watching screens, he watches this intro video, which I love.
Welcome to being a security guard at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria.
Yes. And also, I love how it's like it mixes entertainment and electronics or whatever, or auto.
And can we just say that everyone says, "Oh, the science is so far advanced for its time," and then they show them, and I'm like, but are they?
Yeah, no, that's a basic robot. Yeah, it's a basic animatronic robot. Yeah. But yeah, what they said was because what it is in the video they mention the owner, and they say it fulfills his two great passions: family entertainment and his love of animatronics.
Yes.
Right. And so that's kind of a little setup, slight setup.
Which I go right there. If somebody says that in a video, you're like, someone should look into him. Those are red flags.
So then it shuts off and everything. And he's hearing some stuff or whatever. So he goes out to the main lobby. And he's just checking stuff out and everything, and he doesn't see anything, but he finds the electronic Chuck E. Cheese and all the little fun guys. Now, I just want to say real quick. Now, if this was me in this place, I would be having a lot of fun. I'd be like, turn on music, be dancing around. I would play with the electronic people.
Flip the full breaker, but I would definitely find the breaker box and be like, all right, I need the one in the game room, and I need to figure out how to shoot out quarters out of the coin machine or turn on the autoplay so I can just play video games all night. Pinball.
You guys have answered the question I was going to ask. I was going to say, if you were young and desperate for a job, would you have taken this job? And that's clearly two yeses right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, like
I've done overnight security before. Have you guys?
No. I've never done
when I was in college, before. I was a campus overnight security guard. I just sat at the front desk. I just sat at the front desk and answered calls. I wasn't like one of the ones that like walked around and checked doors. And I did it for like a semester. And I was like, well, I'm done. But yeah, if I could have been having video games, if it was like a Dave and Buster's or even a Chuck E. Cheese, I'd be playing whack-a-mole like nobody's business.
There's video games. You can make a pizza. You could make your own pizza overnight. That might be fun. I am saying one thing. If I were him, and this is just any overnight gig where like no one's around, I would bring my own gun. I would bring my own handgun.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you always got to be
packing. A taser.
Yeah, for sure.
I would have brought a gun.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's okay sleeping in this place, I'm sorry, no.
Yeah. Oh, I would have slept and everything. I did work at an arcade and everything. It was fun. Okay, so then he starts dreaming again, right? And he turns around and he sees these little fuckers right here and everything, and they're just standing there like totally 5 little creepy kids and everything. He's like, "Hey, did you see what happened?" And everything. And these fuckers just run. Like they break. As soon as they did that, I was like, ooh. I was like, don't follow them. Run away and everything. But he chases this kid and he trips over a rock in his dream and he trips over in real life. And I'm all like,
oh no, he falls out of the chair.
Yeah. Okay. He falls out of the chair. And so he's got a cut on his arm where he had cut. Oh no, that's later. Sorry.
Well, it's yeah, I'll address that when we get.
So he goes home and Max is sitting there and she's sleeping. He's like, "Hey, sorry." She's like, "No, it's cool. Your sister's like."
And this is where she gives him the "come hither" eyes.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's like, "I'll pay you later,"
which never goes anywhere. The come hitherized thing never goes anywhere.
Yeah, never goes
because
anywhere.
We find out right now that she's been right after this scene. We go to the diner and he gets or we find out that she's been hired by the aunt to fuck him over.
Right.
However, what I'm saying is their attraction in the beginning, I thought was going to be a plot point later on. Like maybe she
because
refused
right
to
after
go
this
away
scene,
or something.
he meets Vanessa. And
Right.
Max
We'll get there.
is roadkill next to Vanessa. Let's be honest.
I just thought that I noticed the come hither look as well. I remember the ring comment. I assumed that was going to come up later, and it just doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we get the sister, and she's having lunch at this diner, or whatever. I did like this waiter who's played by Matt Pat, and everything. I like how he's all like, she's like, we aren't eating. And I'm like, well, then what's the point of going to a diner, honey? You could have done this anyway.
God,
shouldn't they be at like a coffee shop, not a diner or in a parking lot, just sitting outside?
Yeah, and then he's all like, they say
this
lunch.
Poor guy's time.
Yes, wasting this part and the tip. They should have tipped him a big tip because they wasted his time.
Oh no,
I did like his line. Yeah, I did like his line, how he was like, they say lunch is the most important meal of the day. And I was like, do they? Is that what they say? And everything? I guess so. Also, I just want to point out this nasty ceiling. They need to replace that panel.
The whole time you've had it frozen on this, I was like, I don't remember that in the movie.
Actually,
but...
if you notice, they're making a commentary about the 90s. Like maybe they thought it was dirty. Because if you actually notice the main character's house, there's a lot of like nastiness in his house. Like if you look at his phone, there's grime all over it.
I didn't
But
notice
anyone who went to school in the 90s, every classroom you had a ceiling tile that looked like that.
Right, that the water stain in a tile.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah. It's when you replace it. You replace it. Those things only cost like $5.
They were cheap. Yeah, they were cheap.
Yeah. So this is the brother of Max and everything. His hair is driving me mental because I'm just like, how do you see it?
I'm like, get your hair out of your fucking eyes, kid.
But he's all like, he's all like, my sister did what you asked. And she's like, your sister didn't find anything on my nephew. And I'm all like, that's probably not what you paid her for, or you're going to pay her for. So then this is what they do. So he's all like, what if he's got a job, and he's like, what if we go in and we tear the place up? Now, my favorite part right here is with the lawyer, because he's like, I just realized I shouldn't be here for this
because they're
discussing
a crime.
Yeah,
it's like he's zoned off, and all of a sudden he hears, "What if we toss the place?" And he's like, "Ah, shit, I gotta go."
Yeah, I just love how he's just all like, it's all of a sudden he's just like, there it is, and he's all like, I'm awake now. I gotta get the fuck out of here and everything.
He is Joey Tribbiani from Friends. If he'd have become a lawyer. And he's like 80.
You look at his face. You did freeze it on the perfect face for this dude right now.
I've never seen Friends, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
I can't deal with that right now.
I can't deal with you right now. Okay,
we'll talk about that.
But then
we will not. We will not.
They upgrade when the brother says, "Well, why don't we just kill him?"
Yeah.
And then the lawyer again goes, "Well, I definitely shouldn't."
He tries to climb over the back of the booth.
Yeah, she's like, "Calm it down, Lou." And so they agree on that they're going to go wreck the place for $1,000.
And this is also where we discover that this woman is a mustache twirling, like Cruella DeVille type. Like she's paying low lives to try to ruin this kid's life.
Yeah, and I just want to say,
for whatever the paycheck he gets for the mom's Social Security after a death with a minor, I'm like, did she really have that great of life insurance? Has she seen where they're living?
Yeah. And so also I just want to go back to that the waiter, like they didn't order lunch, so they're probably not going to leave a tip. And she steals the sugar out of her little bowl and everything. I'm like,
she doesn't even pay the
look,
Max
she takes the sugar.
And her brother the $200 for the surveillance they're doing, and they agree on 1,000. I'd be like, oh, the 200 now, and 1,000.
Yeah.
So you know what I missed? You know what I missed? And I think we all missed, but this is funny. That scene was made to show us what a cheap SOB this woman is. So maybe killing someone in the name of stealing a Social Security check is like right up her alley. She's that cheap.
Yeah. She's a lot of fun. So Abby's all like, I'm going with you to your job. And he's like,
she's got like a Halloween security vest on. So cute.
Yeah. Isn't that his vest? That's his vest. That's his security.
Does he wear that? Cute. I don't ever see him
he wears
that.
it. Yes. So remember
when he's like, give me my vest.
His first night
like,
there.
No.
But the first night there, he goes into the locker and he sees the little scary doll and he turns it away. And then he finds the vest.
Yeah.
So I tried to get the outfit from the girl in the video, the security video. I tried to do that, but I couldn't get all the pieces in time because I was gonna crimp my hair and be the security video chick. But
Nice.
I'm Fazbear instead.
Yeah.
Or
So
Freddy.
Max shows up and he's all like, he's like, she's all yours. And I was like, you don't get to talk to Max like that. She's doing this for free, fucker. And making you
Her and her brother are apparently doing everything pro bono.
Yeah. So, but not given pro boners, I'll tell you that right now. So he brings the Nebraska poster and puts it up in the thing because he's unlocked some kind of a door in his
because he blames himself for Garrett. He thinks he could have saved him or something. So he keeps trying to remember the guy that took Garrett.
Took him because he's pretty sure he saw him. He just can't remember it because he was so young or whatnot.
Which we find out later, and I've had drinks, so I could be remembering this wrong, but don't we find out later that the man that kidnapped him was actually wearing like the yellow bunny helmet when he kidnapped him, which would make sense on why a kid would go with him.
That I don't remember. That part
I don't remember.
I thought Abby draws a picture, and it's of a car, and Garrett's looking out the back window, and the yellow rabbit.
So my thing is, they could have done a flash of him in the bunny helmet, but how much of that is like dream psychic stuff?
True,
how much of it
100%.
is actual
but
memory?
Let's be honest, it's a little weird with Abby having these weird psychic dreams or connection with the children from this, that she's drawing pictures that he lived through. I don't know. A lot of questions this movie brings up.
Yeah. I have no questions because I'm fine with all of it. I'm fine with all this weird mumbo jumbo nonsense. Like when he pulled out this dream novel, I'd be like, no, thank you. This sounds like some Scientology bullshit.
I do like that these kids, they're like a pack of bullies, but in his dreams, and they're like little kids. Right?
Yeah. I think this kid in the middle, the redhead, I think he's dead now. All right. Anyway, so like in real life.
Wow, way to be a bummer.
Yeah. So he's like, I like how he's like, don't leave me. He's like, did you guys see the kid, the murderer and everything? And they're all like, fuck this noise, we're out and everything. And he's like,
they're like, see him. We've been his victims.
Yeah. And so he goes after a different kid this time, but this kid slashes him, right? And he wakes up.
He goes after Foxy,
yeah. And Foxy slashes him and he wakes up and everything. And he took the pills or whatnot, his pills.
And this is totally a Freddy Krueger moment of what happens to you in your dreams happens to you in real life.
For sure. Because then he gets a bunch of music playing, which I'm all like, you don't have to shut off the music. It didn't sound like it was that bad. And he turns it back on or whatnot, the lights, and it's gone. But then he gets a knock at the door.
Yeah.
And here we get the introduction of what's her face?
Vanessa.
Yeah. And I'll tell you this, here's what I'm saying. I don't think that she's like necessarily like super hot, but this is the part of the movie that I perked up at. And I was like, okay, something's happening.
She's cute, but I have to turn around. The fact that she's a cop is the hugest turn off. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, a woman cop, get the fuck out of here.
Uniform is not the same attraction as men in uniform.
Yeah, because
definitely not. But I'll say this, what's funny?
100 pounds of nothing, I could take her. I'm like, come on,
she plays
please.
The ultra feminine, ultra pretty girl in the first season of You. She's the girl he stalks in the first season.
Oh, you're right.
Nice. Yes. I didn't see that show either.
So this is also, she's playing against her type, right? And so normally she's a pretty girl. She's dressed as a cop or whatever.
Yeah.
But this is where I was like, oh, okay, he's meeting new characters. Things are happening. Okay.
Yeah. And she's like, you're bleeding. And that's how she gets in. She comes in and she's like, let me patch you up. I'm also
which we find out later. She could have come in anytime she wanted to.
Yeah.
Right.
And so she's all like, oh, you had a Nebraska poster. That's decorating the place, huh? And she's like, this is the best place in the world. And she's like, you want to see something super fucking awesome and everything? And he's like,
and the minute she said this is the best place in the world, I was like, ooh, can we go to therapy with her? Because there's a story there.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, as soon as she said, I've been like, wait, what? And everything.
I'm not gonna lie, and I think everyone did this. It was very obvious. I didn't trust her from the jump.
Oh yeah.
I will be honest. I thought she was maybe like the kid that was kidnapped by the guy, and she survived. Like, you know how it always is. Like, they came in and they rescued her.
She's got the Stockholm syndrome and everything. She's
you know who I thought she was? I thought she was like some sort of thug or actress hired by the aunt to screw
Oh,
him over.
That would have been good too.
that would have been.
just
I'd
as
have
soon
liked
as
that too.
as soon as she's like, this is the best place in the world, I was like, she's crazy. She's a big bunch of
Right.
crazy. I
Which
don't
later-
Whatever
Oh,
she
no,
was
that's true.
at this point in the movie, we don't know. But whatever she was, you could tell she was not a trustworthy person. And
Right, you knew she
probably
wasn't
not
just
a
a cop. A cop
Right.
that just shows up at this place to check on the new security guard. What?
Yeah.
I did like how she's like, you want to dance? I was like, yes, I want to dance. I was like, this is a fun time
100%.
in my opinion. I was like, it's not the best place in the world, but it's still a fun time.
No, but let's go Chuck E. Cheese. You know, when they came out, kids ran to the stage like they were the
Oh, yeah,
newest boy band ever.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Now it's
So what did you guys
band.
think, by the way, of the animatronics? So this is the first time we actually see the full animatronics of the suits. What do you
They're
guys
way
think?
cooler than Chuck E. Cheese's.
Oh my God, Chuck E. Cheese is super ghetto. Yeah, so.
Yeah, it was great. I loved it. I loved every minute
Yeah.
of it. Yeah, I was like, I would definitely have gone here and had a good time.
Yeah.
So then the sun rises on his second night or whatnot, and he leaves Freddy's. And Max's brother's all like, yeah, we're going today or whatever. So she's like, shit.
Which I go, why do they think that he's going to get in trouble when they break in during the day when he's not
Right.
there?
'Cause
He's
he
only
didn't lock up.
responsible. But
He
he,
didn't
does
lock up.
We see him lock up.
But so they can unlock the door and be like, he didn't lock up. He didn't lock up. Everything.
Yeah, I mean they're framing him. They're framing him.
Yeah,
It's not a master
That's
plan.
true.
I get it. But
Yeah, because
obviously it's
Vanessa
a
does
stupid
show up
plan.
on his doorstep, so I guess you're right.
Yeah, and these aren't exactly the brightest people on the planet. Let's be
Right,
honest.
these are bunglers.
Yeah,
These are
yeah.
bunglers.
PETA is. I like PETA, but PETA's not exactly a genius. Okay, the fucker can't determine what's a dad and what's a a serial kid stealer. So these little idiots, they come in and they start trashing the place, and the spirits don't like that. They do not like that at all.
Right.
I
This
didn't
one right
like
here.
it either. I was like, is that necessarily just
Actually,
steal
yeah.
some shit?
Can I call a foul on something about the movie? And maybe I'm
Absolutely.
naive.
No,
No, do it.
wish they had. I wish they had made it clear that something supernatural was going on.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they did a fine job making it supernatural.
Because you know what I thought? Maybe I'm naive. I thought they really were just animatronics.
Oh no. Yeah, see, I knew they weren't just animatronics the minute we saw all 5 kids.
Yeah, once he starts dreaming all weird, I'm all like, something's
Yeah.
going on here. So,
Okay, no, you're right.
And
I was not.
sister's
I'm
drawings
naive.
just conveniently match up to his dreams. And
See,
the
I
place
didn't.
he
I didn't
works.
catch that either at this stage of the movie.
Oh my
I figured
gosh.
out later on, but at this point, I didn't realize that she was drawing.
Oh yeah, no, if you go back and you look at her drawings, she is literally drawing the kids
All right.
and the animatronics as her friends. Because they're her imaginary
I didn't
friends.
actually catch that. Yeah, look at me being all dense. But what I thought this franchise was about killer animatronics. I didn't realize that they were like ghost infected animatronics.
Oh,
yeah. So then we
it's
get
got
this
a
kid, and
whole
he
big storyline.
he opens up the fridge and he sees the cupcake. and
I love the
everything.
cupcake.
The
It looks
cupcake
great.
is very adorable. Although Chica is my favorite, but I like the new version of
But the
Chica.
cupcake belongs to Chica.
I mean, but it's its own little kid, which I just
I like
go,
the design. Like it's a cute
yeah,
design.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I do not like garnishes with my beverages, but I was going to make the Chica shot, and you're supposed to go to the store and buy a mini cupcake to put on top of it as a garnish. Like,
Why would you do that? It would just make it soggy. The cupcake would just soak up
well,
all
you
the
put it on the
liquid.
rim of the cup. You don't put it in the shot. You put it on the rim of the cup.
Like I don't.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to look that up later because I'm not getting what you're talking about. I just see you putting like taking a mini cupcake and just throw it on top of it, and it just soaks up all the liquid.
No,
and
no,
you're
no.
just
So
eating a
you do
soggy
the shot,
cupcake.
you put a tower of whipped cream, and then you take one of those mini cupcakes and set it on top of the whipped cream, is what the picture looked like.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, that sounds like fun. Okay. So then I don't need a cupcake with my fucking beverage, and I don't need
I
a
wouldn't have
beverage with
done
my
it
cupcake.
because
I can do
I
both.
can't eat the cupcake, so it'd just be a waste of money.
Yeah, I can't eat the cupcake either. Okay, so
And dense me. This is the moment that I found out realized something supernatural was happening.
yeah,
when the cupcake
this is
disappeared.
this is what I want to know is
What?
where did the fucking cupcake go? Because the cupcake just disappears like a fucking Houdini
It's got
trick.
a little mouse door on the side of the fridge. It just
That's
pops
what I'm
right
saying.
out.
It's teleported. It's a
Yeah,
supernatural
that's the thing.
Right.
So he's all like, what the fuck and everything. But behind him is Chica with the cupcake.
Yo, those things' eyes are so frightening.
Yeah.
Right.
And so then the cupcake then gets all fucking like, hey, you look like a snack. And then we get this big boy over here. And he fucking I'm getting so annoyed with this. Okay, so he goes over to check out what's happening, and the cupcake is just mowing out on this fucker's face, like nom 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 nom. And he's all like, "What the fuck?" And he looks over, and Chica's all like, "Yeah, you're next, fat boy."
Look at the way he's looking at him. It's so
like,
intimidating.
Like, yeah, we're gonna eat you up.
He's like Howard the Duck gone wrong.
I love this squint. He's like,
yeah. So this guy who is also just a big pussy, he's running. He's like, ah, and everything. He's like, and everything. So he finds a closet and he gets in it. He's all like, I'm gonna get in this closet. Me, I'm all like, don't ever get in the closet. You never get in the closet.
Yeah, it's another one of those. Have you never seen a horror film?
Yeah, exactly. I think nowadays we watch so many horror films that everybody knows. So he turns on the light and the bad bunny's in there, and the bad bunny's like, num 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 num.
Bonnie.
And so then he comes out and this guy, I don't remember the brother's name, but it doesn't matter. So
I don't know the brother's name either. I know the guy in the closet was Jeff.
It doesn't matter. So then the brother, he's all like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. So he's running and stuff, and he goes into the office, right? And they're all waiting outside the door, right? And they're watching him on the screen, and they're just giving him the like a
and
everything.
The cupcake,
it's so
know,
cute.
It's so cute.
Coming. Yeah. They put the cupcake in the vent, and then they look at the camera like they can see him, and it was so scary.
They're like, you think you're safe, but you're not.
Yeah, we're coming for you, fucker.
We're here all day, every day, bro.
Yeah. So then, eventually he gets caught. He gets numb. Okay. So in walks Max, and she's like, brother, and everything. She's like, where you at, buddy?
This chick gets it the worst.
Yeah, and so she chases this little kid. I don't know which kid this is, and he brings her back into the rec room or whatever, and there's the Fazbear, right? And he's like, you're getting warmer, and I'm like, I wouldn't play this game. I'd be like, I'm out. You're fucking talking from the inside of a bear
in a dark, a dark abandoned building.
And so she's like, okay, and everything, and it just picks her up and just chomps her in half.
In half. Like no one got murdered as badly as this poor girl.
I thought it was just gonna pop her head off, but it did not. It bit her in half. And
that's like, not how these Chuck E. Cheeses roll. They
no. Apparently, that mouth is bigger on the inside. I don't know.
that's what I told her. And so then they're sitting here, and she's drawing, of course, because that's what she does. And then we forgot to mention, so he gives her this badge, right? But that's another thing. The police lady, she's like, you don't have your badge and everything, and she goes into the little tchotchke area of Freddy's, and she's like, here you go. And I'm all like, don't be fucking weird, lady. You're already weird, okay? Don't be extra, okay?
Oh, wait, hold on real quick. I want to quickly zoom back for a line that I forgot, which is worth mentioning. It is with the aunt back when she's trying to get custody, right? And she's in the thing, and she says, he's a young man without a job who's violent, that poor guy he hurt, with a mentally ill girl. And they say, well, she's not mentally ill. And she goes, well, what else do you call a little girl who just draws all day and talks to imaginary friends? And I'm like,
a child?
That's a little girl. That's what a little girl does. Yeah. That's not insane that she draws all day. That's all
crazy.
They want to do.
It's just a kid.
Right on.
So she's a typical little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then he's all like, he's trying to get a hold of Max and everything. And I don't remember what these two argue about here, but she gets mad at him.
She's hating on him for essentially no reason. She's being moody, and she's just
a kid.
Yeah, fucking kids.
Like he tried to show her a badge, and she didn't think it was cool or whatever.
Yeah, because she sucks. But anyway, so then the police officer lady, she shows up. She's like, "Hey man, you didn't lock up, and the place got trashed." He's like, what? And he's like, yes, I did. And she's like, listen, I don't want to have to report you, but you need to come check this shit out.
And he's like, let's go for a walk.
Yeah. And then he's all like, and then he tells the story of Garrett and everything. And I'm all like, Great. You guys are not friends. I just want to say that you guys met once. You're not friends, and you're telling your whole life story.
Apparently
It's
they're
more
besties
shadiness
now.
on her part,
She's
right? Like, why is
crazy
she
as
coming-
fuck, so they're besties, and he's dumb, so he
He's
thinks they're
falling
now
right for
besties.
it.
Yeah,
A
I
normal,
saw.
a normal person would be like, "Why is this cop so interested in me?"
Yeah,
Yep.
you always got to watch out for the ones that want to know everything about you, but they don't want to tell you
Right.
anything
Oh
about
no,
themselves.
this chick has crazy eyes too.
Yes, she
Like
does.
when you can see the whites of her eyes all the way around the pupil, stay away.
Yeah. So then Max isn't showing up and everything, so he's like, I gotta fucking take the kid with me to work. So they get to work, and he's like, listen. He's like, we're gonna go in here, and you're gonna listen to everything I say. You're gonna go into the office, and you're gonna go to sleep, and I'm gonna do my job. So then they go in, and she goes into the office.
Would you have done that? If you
No,
were
no. I would have called the crazy aunt or somebody. I would have called
No,
anybody.
You would not have a child. When you were 11 years old, if say I had custody of you and I worked at a Chuck E. Cheese and I said we're going to work, you would not have called an aunt. You would have fucking been like, I'm in Chuck E.
As the
Cheese.
child, but
Woo!"
children
as a
don't
child, you
know
want to go.
anything.
Yeah,
Yeah, if I was a child, yeah, I'd be like, I'm not sleeping. I want to fucking play video games. What are you talking about? I'm
yeah,
gonna
but
check stuff out.
yeah, because on his side, here's what it is. This isn't just a Chuck E. Cheese. This is an abandoned Chuck E. Cheese, which is shady and weird and creepy and dark and has like
as an
things that they can get hurt on, and it's just.
Yeah, as
not a
an
good
adult who's responsible for a child, he should have immediately called the aunt.
Right on. Okay, so she's in the office and he goes out to clean up everything. And he's and he actually does a pretty good job.
Kudos for him because he's the security guard, not the cleaning people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when he gets in there, she wakes up because they're with their children. Come hither and come play with us and everything. So she goes, but he's dreaming again. And he's got the little kid is sitting there and he's all like, hey, he's like, I need you to help me. And he's like, all right, we'll help you, but you got to give us something. And they want Abby. And he wakes up and he sees Abby with the electronic. They're all like, stop it and everything. And he goes to help her out with this chair. And Freddy's all like, you want to fucking go, bitch? You want to fucking step up? Let's step up. Okay?
That bear is intimidating. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, he's like, you want to fuck around? You're going to find out, motherfucker.
Yeah,
and everything.
Like,
I did
let's go, bro, right now.
Yeah, I did like how he backed up.
In half. Let's go.
yeah, I did like how he backed up real fucking quick. I was like, yeah, you got to calm the fuck down. It's a fucking bear, yo. So then he's like, what's happening here? She's like, these are my friends. And I was like, you're fucking weird, kid.
They were tickling me. That's what she says. They were just tickling
with
me.
What? The one has a hook. What are you talking about, little girl? They're tickling you.
And their hands only go like this. Because when she gives them the picture,
also, it's just
who's
problematic.
tickling someone like this?
Even if they were humans, I'd be like, why are a group of boys tickling you? Fuck that.
Yeah, well, Chica's a girl. There's the one girl. Yeah. And then there's the cupcake, which I'm all like, it doesn't make any sense, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm still having a good time.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
So then she's all like, they want to play. We're friends. We're friendsies. And he's like, all right, well, we got to go home. Let's go this way. Now, as soon as that happened, I'd have been like, we're never fucking coming back here. They're fucking talking and shit. But he can't stop himself. And this is where we get this little drawing that she did. And it's of all her little, hold on, I'm trying to get it here, but there we go. It's of all the little friends at Chuck E. Cheese from hell. And she did actually a pretty good job.
It is. I was thinking it was the one with the kids from the dream, but you're right. It's the animatronic people.
Right.
Yeah. And so then she's all like, and he did make her a grilled cheese, which I was like, oh, I want a grilled cheese so bad.
Andy was making her more soup because apparently she ate all the soup. And I'm like, grilled cheese.
It was Campbell's. It was Campbell's.
100%.
Yeah,
100%. And he added water, not milk.
He did. He added water. He did. Okay. So then he's all like, so then he tells her, like, hey, shit's gone sideways and everything. So then we get back to Crazy Cop. And she goes in here and she's looking at all the drawings and stuff and she's hanging out. And then they go back and I'm not quite sure. I don't remember what she says here, but they're chit-chatting.
Yeah.
And he's all like, she's like, we need to build a fort.
Yeah.
And so they start building a fort. Now I thought this part was actually kind of fun. I was like, this is fun. They're building a fort. I don't know how that fox thing grabs anything with that fucking hook and everything, but it's fine. It's fine.
Out of all, here's what I'm saying. They're all scary because they're animatronics, but particularly the foxes, because he has slashes on his stomach, an eye patch, and a hook.
Yeah.
And this
Like,
is
it looks
something
like
at
it's
a
trying to murder you.
children's pizzeria arcade. Like, I think I would have been a little freaked out at Chuck E. Cheese if there would have been like a hooked, one-eyed.
Right. The
cutting-
other ones can pass, right? They're just
Yeah.
animatronic animals, but he's clearly a menacing creature.
Yes.
Yeah. I do like how Chica's got a bib that says "Let's eat," and I'm like, that's exactly what you guys do. You guys just chomp people up into pieces. And you eat their face. And so they're in here and they're like, it looks like it's gonna rain. We need a roof. And I'm all like, you do need a roof. That's how it works. She's like, let me go see if we have anything we can use.
And he should have been super concerned that the minute she went to the little prize place and got him the badge and knew there were badges, but he should have been more concerned too that she knows where everything in this fucking place is.
So here's the thing. I mentally, in my own headcanon, I was like, this officer comes in here all the time. And I would have just been like, because remember, the first time he met her, she said, this is the best place in the world. So I assume she goes there on her own.
To know so much as to exactly where the badges are and now where giant catering tablecloths are for special events.
Right.
She literally says, oh, they're back here for special events.
Right.
I think you guys are crazy. I think she's weird because she's fucking talking to electronic animals and shit. What do you mean? I don't give a shit if she knows where the placemats are or the badges. She's like cool with electronic animals being like, hey, tickle time. Like, what? What are you talking about? She's just a fucking weirdo.
Right. That is way more mysterious than what she knows. Yeah.
It is, but we just accept she's crazy and have moved on to the finer details.
I mean, I guess so, but okay. So then this part right here. So he sees this creepy, whatever this creepy doll and everything, this electronic doll or whatever. And he goes to touch it. She's like, don't touch it. She's like, they were still figuring out the mechanics of it all, and sometimes it didn't work out. And she grabs a broom, right, and she shows him, and she puts it in there, and bam, it just chops right off that broom.
Yeah, because doesn't she give some kind of explanation of like it was specifically to protect the animatronics?
I don't remember, but we'll say yes. Real quick, we should mention, because we forgot to mention that at this Chuck E. Cheese, children started going missing. And they couldn't find the bodies, so the place shut down, but they couldn't find the bodies and everything. So we
the police cleared the owner and everything because they couldn't find any evidence that he was involved.
Right.
And so so she's sitting here chatting, and I think maybe this is where
which
she
wasn't that a legitimate thing with actual Chuck E. Cheese that a couple of kids went missing. That's why they
was it really?
I think that's why they activated the bracelets. Like you couldn't leave unless you showed your bracelet and it matched to the children that you were leaving with. So when you and your kids went in, they gave you a bracelet and they gave a matching bracelet to the kids you were with.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
I honestly don't know. But we'll have to look that up later.
I'm definitely going to look that up because now I'm freaked out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ruin.
It's all right.
So I don't know what's going on here, but I think they break up. And so
wait, I remember what she said. She said, "Look, we had a good
bring
time,
Vanessa
but
back."
she said something crazy. She was like, "If you bring your sister back, I will shoot you." Is what she literally says, which is like the craziest thing for a cop to say.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah,
like
that was pretty crazy. Yeah. I'd have been like,
I'm going to report you to your commanding officer.
Yeah, exactly. Not if I shoot you first, bitch. So then he's all like, all right, I gotta bite the bullet. And he's like, hey, I need your help. And then he wakes up Abby and he's like, hey, Abby. So I got to tell you something, and you're not going to like it, but that's how it is, sweetie. And she's all like, what is this bitch doing here? What the fuck, brother? And he's all like, she's going to watch you while I'm at work and everything. And you're going to go, does she go stay with her? I can't remember, but it doesn't matter.
Well, she's going to stay in that house, but with the aunt. And she is overly, in my opinion, irate, but I guess she's a little girl.
Yeah.
She's so angry. She says, I hate you. She starts
But she gives nobody any time to explain. She just assumes that he's given up custody, and that's why the aunt's there. She doesn't give him time to say, I've made arrangements that she's going to babysit you while I'm at work.
Right. So I did like there was pancakes and bacon. I was like, oh, delicious.
Oh, yeah. And the aunt is all about the bacon.
I did like, yeah, she is. Who isn't about the bacon? So I like this guy. He's like, you know what helps me is I drink a nice glass of warm milk with some honey and some chamomile. And I like how he looks at him like, are you gonna tea? Get the fuck out of here! I don't want some fucking tea.
I'm being stalked by animatronic murderers.
No, in his mind, he's going, I'm getting prescription sleep aids. You don't think I fucking tried tea with honey?
Yeah. Well, my thing is, so alcohol, people are like, you don't have to drink alcohol if you need to calm down. You can just, or need to chill out. You can just drink some tea. And I'm all like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Tea? Get the fuck out of here. I got time to brew shit. I'm like a soda and some rum. That's all I need. Yeah, fucking asshole. And I did like how he's like, asshole. And I'm all like, that's funny.
But that's funny because I am totally on the main character side. That is a stupid thing. I agree with you, Vetta. That is a stupid thing for somebody to say when you're getting prescription sleep aids.
Yeah. So then,
like, have you tried counting sheep?
Yeah.
Have you closed your eyes? That works for me.
So here we're back at the campground where everybody's just having a hey-o time. They're like, hey, come sit down and have some burgers with us. And he's there. He's talking to these kids and everything. He's like, hey, listen. He's like, you want this forever, PETA? You can have this forever. We want Abby. You got to give us Abby. And he's like,
he's just up and goes, okay.
Yeah, he's just like, he's totally cool.
Which surprised me.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, this little brother's all like,
to these pervs.
Yeah, Gary's
because
all like,
a part of me goes, the dad left
because
he couldn't handle the mom being sick. But were there years of them blaming Mike for Garrett's disappearance? If he's this traumatized that he's trying to hack into some weird dream shit?
Right.
I mean, if so, that's not cool as parents. Blame your kid.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he has a lot of trauma because he wants to keep living in the past, right? He's probably both the parents did not handle it right?
Yeah, Garrett's got a little bit of a cross eye there.
He does.
So he's super happy. So then she's I'm not quite sure what's going on with the sister there. She was looking all happy and shit. Like, what's happening there? Maybe she's in the dream world, but she can't do anything about it. So then so then these kiddos, they're all like, hey, we're gonna have another friend.
Yeah, they're like, we'll give you the power. Basically, they're like, we'll give you the power to every night relive your memories with your family, and you can have your happy family.
Yeah,
you just have to give us your sister, which is nuts. And he agreed at first.
Yeah, but then they start slashing him and everything, and they take him hostage
because he changes his mind, and they're pissed. They're like, no way, dude.
Yeah. So then he wakes up and he's got the bear mask in front of him with the chainsaws and everything. Yeah. And although he's able to get out of the chair by unscrewing this little screw right here and turning it off before it can slice and dice.
And I go, thank you to all the people they've captured before him that loosened it up.
Yes, for sure.
I guess you're right. That started in the opening scene. He tried to loosen it a little.
Yeah, and so then he finds all the dead people. He finds Max and her brother and all these people, and he's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Secret death chamber in this pizzeria that he has just found.
Yeah,
right.
So then Abby, the aunt's all like, you have to come out at some point in time and eat dinner, and so she goes to watch TV. And when she does that,
aunt is just let me tell you, a horrible, horrible person. We haven't established that yet. She's a bad babysitter. She's a bad woman. She steals sugar.
She was still a good person when she was hiring someone to set to find dirt on the nephew. Like,
and possibly kill him.
She was a good person.
Because here's what I'm saying: she's fighting for the girl, right? I would think she would at least want to spend time with her.
No, she just wants the money.
Yeah. I wish I could get money for my kids. Anyways, so Freddy shows up. And she's like, hey, Freddy, and everything. And we see him as the little kid and everything. But then we also see the aunt on the floor, and he's like, you know, Aunt Petunia's just sleeping and
She
everything.
fell down.
Yeah,
She's
she
so
fell down,
silly.
and I'm all
Actually,
like, go ahead.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I was going to say, do they make it clear how the animatronic got there?
No,
I'm just assuming that they don't. That's a great question.
they don't. But there is a cab out front waiting for Abby to get in. So maybe they took the cab there,
Right. Maybe that's.
or they just called the cab. But I
he
don't
is
know.
surprised when the bear gets in. He's like,
Right.
"Oh
It's a
shit!" He's like,
scary
"How come on-"
fucking bear.
Yeah, it is
That
a
is
scary
a
fucking.
scary
His
bear.
eye
How
is
did
missing.
it get
What happened to his eye? I thought he had both eyes.
I don't think he had both eyes. I think all the, besides
you
Foxy,
sure?
the other animatronics had both eyes.
I could have swore he had both eyes, but you know what? It doesn't matter. So then, this chick comes in. She's got him in her little health station. She's like, we got to get y'all healthy and everything. And he's like, hey, listen, cop lady, what the fuck happened? She's like, everything was fine in the beginning, but then kids started going missing. And the cops, they searched everywhere. They searched high and low, and they could not find these fucking bodies.
But there's one place they forgot.
They never checked the animatronic animals, because why would they be in there? And I'm like, that's a great point, because I wouldn't look there either, because I'd be like, look,
who would look there?
Yeah, it's a fucking Chuck E. Cheese. And he's like, how do you know all this? And she's like, that was my dad. My dad was the bunny. He's like, he was the best.
Which is another horror film little trope, that it's the child of the serial killer that wants to bring them down, but still loves them because it's their daddy.
Yeah. And we find out
they have this psycho photo where it's like her dad
where
in the bunny costume
from Garrett.
She's a cute little kid, right? It's like totally.
And it's Garrett's airplane that she's holding from the dreams.
Yes. Yep, because the dad took the Garrett. And so then she's like, all right, we need to go on the attack. We need to save the sister. So the best way to defeat him is electricity, right? So, and I'm all like, yeah, that's how it works. Because then there's like a correlation between electricity and supernatural stuff.
Cow prod and a taser.
Because she's not just talk over me. I'm not going to stop talking. I'm going to let you stop talking first. Anyways, just ignore my question. All right, so
I didn't hear it.
Like, I know you didn't hear it because you were just like literally talking over me. Like you had your own conversation while I was out trying to ask you a question. Anyways, all right.
What was the question?
It doesn't matter. So then he's all like, she's like, we need to get your fucking sister out of there. He's like, yeah, we need to get my sister out of there. But her sister's having a hey-o time. She's just having a good time in there with these psycho killers. Okay, so they go to Freddy's and she's like, the best way to get in is through this little hatch and everything on the side of the stage or whatnot.
Don't go to the front door. They'll be expecting that.
Yeah. So, and they're rocking it out, right? They're just they got the thing going. And I love this part that when hold on, I want to oh shit, god damn it. Yeah. So he's sneaking up, right? And I love how he drops down and then bam, there he is. He's like, what was that?
Oh, look, he's got both eyes.
Yeah, and he doesn't. I knew he had both. Well, then what was the bear at her house?
I think I don't know.
Maybe it was like a backup.
It did look like it was missing an eye, but
yeah, maybe it was a backup bear.
I do think that this. You know I agree with you. I love this sequence.
Hold on, now I know what's happening. I know what it was. When he wakes up. Hold on, I'm gonna find it now. Daddy's gonna find it. When he wakes up and we see, look, it's right there. That's the bear. That's the dead bear and everything. And they just inhabited a different bear. And then he's got no eye here. That's my theory. Okay. Anyways,
so he jumps around in different bears.
They're just hopping from stuffed animals,
from bear to bear.
Yeah. And so hold on, sorry, I missed the So he's staring him down and everything. This part I was like, you almost got caught.
Thought he got caught. You thought he got caught.
I did love also how Chica took the little girl for the sacrifice, and then these two just kept rocking it out on stage. Yeah. They're just all like,
they're like, we're jamming. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Yeah. We'll
prep her good, bro. Prep her good.
Yeah. I did also like how Chica stopped in this hallway and just like looked both ways. And I'm like, what's going on here? What are you looking for? You
look
Chica?
Both ways before you cross the street, apparently.
Apparently. Or a hallway.
They're animatronic. They haven't been children for a long time.
And also they never grew up. Their spirits within them are never grew up. So that little kids don't know shit.
Yeah. I did like how Abby's she's all on board until she sees this fucking weird doll thing. And then she's like, I don't want to play anymore. This thing's got fucking claws and shit. I want to go home.
Right.
And it's like, Chica, let's eat. And so Chica's all like, fuck that noise. You're getting in this fucking doll. And she's all
She's like, I'm keeping you forever.
Also, Chica, am I right that Chica is the little blonde spirit?
Yes.
Yeah, the
little
girl,
blonde girl. Yeah.
Yeah. So then he saves her because he's electrocuting these fuckers left and right. And so, and the cupcake, I like the cupcake. The cupcake's just watching.
Like, bitch, you missed one. Me.
Yeah, the cupcake's all like, I always don't get noticed. I'm so cute and adorable with my 2 front teeth. But so the Chica does get a hold of PETA in the hallway, and so Abby has to run. And so while he's fighting off
she's
the
terrible at hiding.
Yeah, she sucks. She just builds a tent and then she goes hides in it. So he stops the cupcake and everything. So all the electronics are down except for Foxy, right? And so Foxy's checking out and everything. And so she hides in the ball pit, which I'm all like, that's not 100% terrible. God damn it, if I could just get that. 100% terrible.
But the problem is the noise she makes.
Yeah, when she gets in there, I'm like, and when you breathe, wouldn't your chest expanding like lift the balls up a little bit and everything?
I think it would be unnoticeable though. If it's a big ball pit, you probably.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
I mean, he doesn't notice her getting in it. It isn't until she does that full submersion that he notices. So
yeah. And Fox is all like,
I do like that scene. I do like the concept of the scene that like the child has to hide in a ball pit from.
Yeah. It's like,
which it's like so disgusting. We all love the Chuck E. Cheese ball pit, but when you think about it as an adult, so gross.
No, I would still get in. It'd be great. It's like when you're watching like a Jurassic Park or like a giant movie. They like hide under the water until the
a scene where they hold their breath under the water or something from a monster. Yeah, it's cool. It's classic.
She should have held her breath. That's what she should have done, but she didn't do it because she's a little idiot. And so Foxy finds her with his one eye, but Foxy gets electrocuted by Lady Cop. And everything. So then out pops Papa Bear or Papa Bunny, right?
Right.
And he's all like, Do
we ever know what Yellow Rabbit's name is? Other than calling him Yellow Rabbit?
Stu. Oh, you're saying the animal name.
The animatronic.
Yeah. No. I honestly don't know. They just call him the Big Yellow Bunny, I think, or whatever.
Okay.
It is the bunny. So then he of course, because he's the master, he's like, wake up, and they all just get up. They're all like, fuck that electricity and everything. And he's got a big old fucking knife and everything. He starts hacking away at PETA until he takes off his mask. And it's Stu, and he's all like
the career counselor,
right?
Yeah, he's like, you almost fucked up my whole thing, fucker. And he's like, but it's okay because we're gonna have it's about to be playtime.
Like, it's good. I'm gonna add your daughter to my collection. We'll be cool.
Yeah, and then his daughter is all like, Dad, you got to stop. It's done with. It's done with. And can I just say behind her it says winner, but I'm not gonna lie. For a small second, I thought it said wiener, and I was like, that's inappropriate for a child's place. I don't care how great of a place it is. It can be the greatest place in the world. That's inappropriate, but I see it now. Okay.
So just now it's living up to that trope where it's the daughter or child of the serial killer who's like, I've been serving you, but I'm turning on you now.
Yeah, Dad.
I always loved you because you were my dad.
Yeah. And then he stabs her, and I'm all like, well, we all saw that coming, didn't we? She had to go. You can't be turning on me. So then they decide, they're like, it's the pictures. You gotta draw a picture of what really happened to these kids because they don't remember what happened to them, and then you gotta put it up on the wall, right?
Because basically it's very much like voodoo, but they don't explain any of like the magical stuff going on here.
Yeah,
but
which I'm not gonna lie,
that would kill them and they become your slave in the afterlife.
Yeah, that would have been great if they had explained like he I don't know made a deal
like
with the
how they
devil
become one with the animatronics because he hides their dead bodies in the animatronics, but that doesn't necessarily it makes no sense. It would have been nice to see why they become the animatronic when he puts their bodies in it.
I definitely agree with Matt Kent that there should have been an explanation as to what is the magic or mystical thing that's making these kids serve him.
100%.
Well, maybe they explain that in the second movie. I don't know. I haven't seen the second one yet, but we will soon. Okay, so then, God gosh. So then we get where they find they put a picture. She puts a picture of them all dying.
Right.
And
Well,
they-
she puts a picture of him being the serial killer, of the
Right.
bunny being the serial killer and the animatronics being their victim. Like
Yeah.
what's real?
Yeah. And of course they all get the "you fucked us over" the look on their
Yeah, and
faces.
don't their eyes like go red or some shit? Like, bitch,
Yes.
you're dying now.
So then he's like, you do what I say, and I'm like, they're no longer your playthings, dude. You done fucked up. You attacked too many people at once and everything. Yeah, you know. And the animatronics, they're like, no, we control you now. So then they turn on his little suit, and it starts stabbing him with those little claws.
Yeah, the
like,
trap inside starts like ripping him out.
Which a small piece of me goes, Stu, why didn't you take that out
of your suit
and everything? Like, what's going on here? What's going on here, Stu? And then I like how he puts the helmet back on, the little
to die.
Yeah,
just
to
die.
die. But I love how he's like, I always come back, and I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, what does that even mean, Stu?
Has he been killed before? Have people killed him before and he comes back?
That's what I want to know. I'm all like, Stu,
well, I mean,
you have some
die
explaining to
as
do.
Stu, and then it came back and had to get shot in the head or some shit. So
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe it's a play to other roles. I don't know. But did he die in this movie franchise and we just don't know it?
Maybe that's
And
in number
came back?
2. We'll see. I don't know. I haven't seen number 2.
I'm excited to see number 2.
So then she's all happy-go-lucky making friends. And this counselor lady is happy with PETA because she's doing great and everything. And she's like, you're doing a great job.
She's so happy.
She's so happy. And then I don't remember what she says here.
Can we go back and see my friends?
Yeah. And then but they go to the hospital and he's like, hey, listen, I don't know if you're here, you can hear me, and I don't know if you're gonna wake up, but just so you know, when you do, I'll be here.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know if you can hear me, but I wish I had tapped it.
Yeah, he's like,
when
you wake up,
come back and we'll go on a date.
Yeah. And so he's holding the hand, and then they go home. And this is where she's like, can I visit my friends? And he's like, no. And which, by the way, she had the options of pizza or spaghetti, and she's like, both. And he's like, you can't have both. And I'm like, why can't she have both? That sounds like a great meal. What are you doing, dude? Like, just have both. It's just pizza
and if you're
I think
ordering
he's
from
just-
the right
he's an annoyed
pizza
father.
place, you can get both.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, definitely. But
Yeah,
I
like
think he's an annoyed father who just doesn't like shenanigans, and he's like, no.
Yeah. And then eventually
maybe.
she says spaghetti with meatballs, and he's
With
like,
meatballs.
I can do that.
Well, is
The
there
thing-
any other way to have spaghetti but with meatballs? Like, what's going on here? Like,
I would immediately challenge her though, and if she's like, "Can I see my friends?" I was like, "They tried to kill you."
Yeah,
Are
that's
you
a
an
great
idiot?
thing. Yeah. Like, listen,
But
just
it
because.
wasn't them. That's what
Yeah,
she would have said.
Yeah, I would have been. Yeah,
Right.
of course she would have. But then you just go, that doesn't make it okay. What are you
Right.
talking about? You have the rationale of a child. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, wait,
You are.
Going forward, we're not going to befriend any undead creatures.
Yeah. So then we go back to the place and everything, and we see the ghost of this little boy. And then we get the electronic mouse here, or a bunny, and it's just
It's like twitching.
Yeah, and it's like twitching. Or
He
whatnot.
gets locked away in the secret room.
In the secret room, yeah. And that is where the movie ends.
Yeah.
So before we wrap this up, I want to ask 2 questions from you. Number 1, overall, what did you think about this movie? You can wrap it up in like 1 or 2 sentences. And then 2, would you recommend this movie? All right, Mantis, we'll start with you. Go ahead. What did you think about this movie?
So, I think I was naive enough to think that this was going to be like an R-rated horror movie.
Mhm.
And so this is clearly a horror movie for kids. So,
Mhm.
well, as a
No
horror
boobies
movie
for
for
you.
kids, I say yes. Good. I wouldn't recommend it to someone who's like 25 or older.
Oh, really? Oh, because I almost watched it. My kids wanted to watch it. I was like, absolutely not. No, you're not going to watch this. But a small piece of me wants them to be like, cautionary tale. Don't fucking go with Chucky anywhere. But Vetta, what did you think of the movie?
I just love that you were like, you wouldn't let your kids watch this, but when you were your kids' age, you were watching Freddy Krueger and
That
Friday the
doesn't,
13th.
again, that doesn't make it okay. What do
You
you
are
mean?
it doesn't, but you're
I
depriving them
used
of
to,
those lovely scars in life.
yeah, well, I used to ride like a mile to the gas station. That was a horrible choice on my bike. That was a
No, that's
horrible
good.
choice.
You got exercise. You were
Yeah,
you
almost
learned
got
independence.
stolen.
No,
Like could have
I
gotten
go,
stolen.
these movies are fun. I mean, they bring up more questions than they do answers, but they're fun. So I would definitely recommend it. But I would also set whoever I'm recommending it to their expectations of, it's not a super gory horror film. It's almost more of a psychological thriller than a horror film.
Right on. And would you
Yes.
recommend it? Would you recommend it though? Yeah, you would recommend it.
I recommend it to the young people. I will say this: it is. Here's what it is. I liked it enough that I put it on my list of like if I had like a dream budget, I would make a remake of this movie, and I would make it R-rated, and I would show gore, and I would do flashbacks to child murder.
Right on.
Make it really evil. But obviously, this is for little kids. This is almost like, Are You Afraid of the Dark or Goosebumps or something like that. And
Right
so
on.
I would recommend
those.
it to young people.
Which sticks with the game because the game is for small children too,
Right.
like 12 and under.
I think I was expecting like actual gore and weird stuff.
The murder game is for young people. Anyway, so is there for I overall I thought the movie was really good. I liked it a lot. I thought it was super fun. I liked the whole animatronic rabbits coming alive and just killing people and everything. And I would recommend, I would totally recommend this to anybody. I'd be like, listen, it's not an Oscar winner, but it's a good time. I had a fun time watching it. So yeah. Was there anything else about this movie that you guys wanted to talk about that we didn't talk about and everything, but you wanted to talk about before we wrap things up?
Nope, I'm good.
You're good? Mantis, you good?
I gotta say, I had a lot of fun, even though like I give the movie a solid B. Right? It's not like an A movie, but it's a fun, good time, and I'm really glad that this was a movie that we did it, and I'm glad that I've experienced this, especially with you guys.
Right on. Yeah, I'm glad I experienced it with you too. All right,
and I'm glad I could see your costume, Vetta.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you. Wait till you see what I do for number 2. I already have it planned out.
Right on. I'm going to do something for number 2 then. Also, okay. But before we go, Mantis, tell everybody where they can find you at.
Awesome, guys. And so I'm actually a streamer. I've been streaming actually on Bigo Live. That's a new experience for me right now. I do a little show called Coltville on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. And so we go over modern cults and all the big ones, all the crazy things and conspiracies. And then on Thursdays at 6 p.m. on Bigo Live app, I do Partners in Crime. That's your standard true crime. We talk about serial killers, murders, and stuff like that. Saturdays at 8 p.m. I do karaoke night on there. And you can also find me on rizradio.com, where I do a radio show throughout the week.
Right on. Yeah. We will make sure to leave links to that in the description down below, you guys, so that way it's easier for you to just tap on something and find Mantis and everything. A lot of fun and everything. But I just want to say thank you so much, you guys, for listening to us. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at BSDrunkPod to stay updated. Also, you guys, if you listen to us on Apple Podcast or Spotify, please leave us a 5-star review. We would really appreciate it. It helps us out tremendously, and you have no idea how much it helps us out. And like I said, we would really appreciate it if you did. We'll also be posting the video version of this to our YouTube channel, like I mentioned in the intro. So be sure to check us out there. Make sure to subscribe and all that stuff. Hit the like button, comment. We love the comments and everything. Suggest movies, all that good stuff. And that's at YouTube at BS Drunk Movie Reviews. Also, you guys, we do have a Patreon if you guys are interested in that. And the fun thing about our Patreon is we review movie franchises. Like we go from movie number 1 all the way down to movie number 15 if there is so much. And we've done Scream, we've done Jurassic Park, we've done the Bring It On series, all that good stuff. If you want to get a taste of that, our Bring It On series is over on YouTube, so you can check it out there. And the description for that will be in the link down below. Now, I just want to say the last thing. Please don't forget to drink, recap, review, and repeat. Bye, you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thanks for having me.